Yeah, and we are following breaking news this morning of an officer that has been killed. I believe that is a Chandler police officer. We've got Anita Roman that is out there on scene right now, providing us live images and also a little bit more information this morning on what's happening. Anita, good morning.
We did just receive confirmation, and we are waiting to hear from a number of the law enforcement officials out here this morning. Very, very sad confirmation this morning. The Chandler Police Department posting on Twitter, and I do believe we have that, saying it is with heavy hearts that they announce the passing of one of their own, an 18 veteran with the Chandler Police Department. So we're just waiting for... We're ready, yes, thank you. Bear with us, you guys, we're live, so we're going to go ahead and let them brief us, and we'll catch up with you guys momentarily.
Well, good morning. I'm Chandler Police Chief Sean Duggan. As you can imagine, this is a very difficult time for our organization, our department, and really the entire Chandler community. Last night we lost one of our officers, Chris Farrar. Chris was struck and killed by a violent felon in a stolen vehicle following a multi-agency shooting and pursuit. Chris was 50 years old, and he was a member of our department for 18 years, assigned to our K-9 unit. I knew Chris, and I can tell you every day he came to work, he made a difference. And throughout the course of his 18 years, he touched many lives. So I just ask that you keep Chris's family in your thoughts and prayers, and just take a moment and remember and be mindful of the brave men and women who are out there daily helping to keep our community safe. Thank you.
Chief, we're very, very sorry for your loss. It's definitely difficult. Can you take us a little bit through the scenario? Because there are a lot of questions. We know there was a pursuit. We know people were possibly struck by vehicles.
I'm going to have the PIO answer the specific details,
okay,
so he'll be able to give you more information.
We appreciate that, Chief. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Officer Alan Ace, the Public Information Officer for the Gilbert Police Department. This morning, Pinal County Sheriff deputy was involved in a pursuit located in the Eloy area. The deputy pursued a vehicle, which then started to shoot at the deputy, and he continued pursuit into Chandler, the city of Chandler, where the suspect drove into the airport and busted through a gate going into the airport and causing the airport to shut down. The pursuit continued with multiple agencies as they try to take the suspect into custody. He was eventually came into the Chandler, from Chandler onto the freeway and into Gilbert, where he came into a car dealership, and after bailing from his vehicle, going into the dealership, stealing a vehicle, and in the process striking two officers, one Christopher Farrar, and another one of our Gilbert police officers as well. He was taken into custody along with the suspect being injured, taken into custody, and the officers, 7 officers, engaged in a gunfire as a result of the taken into custody, and then they basically went back and ended up taking him into custody, and all the injured officers and an employee of the Santan Ford was also injured. They were all taken into hospital for treatment, where our officer is currently in critical condition. So at this time, this is an active investigation, and obviously it involves many agencies, Pinal County Sheriff's Office, Chandler Police Department, Gilbert Police, and the Department of Public Safety as well. So it's a ongoing investigation, and we appreciate your patience and willingness to your patience for this statement to be put out.
So, sir, Officer Farrar has passed away. You said there was a second officer that was involved, and you said that he is in the hospital in critical condition. Is that correct?
Correct.
What agency is he with?
Gilbert Police Department.
Gilbert Police Department. Okay.
Yep.
Can you go into details about the suspect's injuries?
We don't have that information since it's still an ongoing investigation. We can't release that right now.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the suspect, what he was wanted for?
We don't have that information readily, so we will keep you updated as time goes and fill you in.
Was anyone else in the vehicle with the suspect, or was he by himself?
We don't have that information as well, so but if we'll release what we can later at a later time.
Do you have a timeline of exactly when this happened, as far as when it started? I know you said it started around Eloy, but when did it end?
I'm not sure of the end time for that, so I'm not able to release that. So.
You said during the pursuit that the Pinal County Sheriff's Officer was shot at. Was he shot at the beginning of the pursuit as well, or just in the middle of the pursuit?
We're not clear on that right now, so we're not gonna release that as well. So anyway, thank you for your questions. Thank you for coming out. If anyone else, thank you.
Okay, and we have just gotten an update.
Briefing and an update. Several officers hurt. We have, unfortunately, one police officer who was killed. We have another officer who is in critical condition. We have several officers who were injured and an employee from Santan Ford all in the hospital this morning. This all started in Eloy, some type of pursuit. The suspect ramming gates, is my understanding, at the Chandler Airport, shutting it down. The pursuit then ended here with the suspect running into the Santan Ford. We're trying to figure out more information, obviously, as to what time the shootout happened, what time the vehicle struck the officer. So we are going to attempt to learn more. But heavy hearts this morning. Very difficult situation, as you can imagine, for the police officers and the law enforcement officials here. The people who worked for the dealership, something they didn't expect to happen either. So difficult situation. Information is unfolding, and as soon as we learn more, we'll bring that to you.
All right, Anita, just a heartbreaking story. We talk about it every day, how our officers put their lives on the line. And do I have this right that it began with a pursuit miles away, all the way down in Eloy with another police agency, or I guess it was the sheriff's office? Is that right?
Pinal County Sheriff, and we did ask what led up to it, so we don't know if there was a traffic stop. We don't know what may have happened at that point, but we had a Pinal County Sheriff who was, I don't want to say pursuing, but that's how it started in Pinal County near Eloy. The suspect then made his or her way, we don't have any information on the suspect, to the Chandler Airport, ramming some type of gate or entrance, shutting it down. I'm going to step out of the way here. We do have Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb, so if we do have the time, I'm going to go ahead and listen in, you guys.
I'm not going to make any statements. If you've got a couple questions, they're handling this. Do you have any specific questions for me?
Yeah, if you can tell.
Any light on the pursuit since it started in your county?
It started for speed. We initiated a traffic stop on speed. Shortly after that, the deputy believed that he was being shot at, which later it proved to be looks to be true. So,
when he was shot at, was the suspect shooting out of the vehicle towards?
We don't know we don't know that yet.
Okay.
We just know that his windshield got shot.
What was the condition of your officer?
My officer's doing good.
And he pursued from the Eloy area to where? Did he come all the way here? Is he one of the groups?
To here.
So he came all the way here?
Yeah.
We had heard reports there was some wrong way driving involved as well. Can you confirm
That's all
that?
part of this investigation. I'm just really here going to talk about the initial traffic stop. That's really.
Do you know what time that initial traffic stop?
10:22.
Last night.
Yes.
And so attempted to pull over the suspect for speeding.
Yes.
Is this someone who lives in Pinal County? Do we have any information about
that information? I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Okay.
Can you disclose anything about the car that you guys were in pursuit of?
No.
We were told that this was a stolen vehicle. Can you confirm that?
No, I won't.
How's your deputy doing this morning?
He's doing good. Thank you for asking.
Okay, we appreciate what you guys
And
are
our
doing.
heart goes out to the Chandler PD officer. I echoed Chief Duggan's comments that this is a hard time for all of us in law enforcement. We support Chandler PD, Gilbert PD officers, and we support all the men and women who put this badge on every day. I think this is just yet another example of how dangerous it can be when you do not comply with law enforcement.
How important is it for you guys to work together with this investigation?
Extremely important. These are our partners.
What do you tell your officers about pursuit and what the rules are for your department when they're going after somebody, high speed, low speed, across jurisdictional lines?
I don't know that that's the right time to answer this. I mean, we're coming off the heels of an officer losing his life right now, so I'm not going to get into policy right now.
Can we go back? I know that you're limiting information about the suspect, but confirming man, woman, any information. I know that it sounds like this person...
All of this is an active investigation. I'm going to leave that with Chandler PD and Gilbert PD. I just wanted to answer any clarification on the initial stop. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Do you have a mile
Thank you,
marker?
Sheriff.
I don't know the mile marker. It was in the area of 87 and Battaglia. The 87 and Battaglia.
And your deputy was solo in his vehicle?
Yes, that's correct.
What can you tell us about the windshield? We haven't seen it. Multiple gunshots.
It's got a hole in it.
One hole.
One hole looks like 2 impact points.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Caliber
All right.
weapon,
We
anything
appreciate
like
it.
that?
Not we don't know yet.
Sheriff,
That's part of the
clarifying
investigation.
a little bit more information as to what happened. So this was about 10 o'clock last night. Suspect essentially speeding. One of his deputies attempted to pull over. It sounds like shots may have been fired. That deputy has one hole, possible 2 other entries in his windshield. And that is when we heard from the chief and the PIO of Gilbert PD, now investigating this, that the suspect somehow made his way to the Chandler airport, forcing the airport to be shut down after a gate was rammed, and then made his way over to the Santan Ford, got out of the vehicle. We do believe that the suspect may have been inside the dealership, working to confirm that. At some point, it sounds like that's when the vehicle struck several people, including the police officer who did not make it. We have one other police officer in critical condition, Santan Ford employee, who was hurt as well in this incident. Suspect, it sounds like, may have some type of injuries. There may have been more of a shootout, and that suspect now in custody. No information about the suspect yet this morning. Very, very active investigation. So once again, as we have been saying, if we get more information, we're going to bring that to you guys.